is up, guys? Welcome to yet another video. Today I'm not really sure what we're gonna do. I gotta work on my dad's truck, and then I would like to start working on Dan's car, but we'll see how that goes. Real quick, shout out Wesley. Thank you so much for letting me use this car. If you're watching this video, it's really saved my ass. Well, I just got to the shop, and in the last clip I had mentioned that I was going to work on my dad's truck, but I just realized that I forgot the key to my dad's truck. I don't know why I brought it home, but now I got to go get that. So shop's about 25 minutes from my house, so that's like an hour wasted. So let's go. I'm back. I got the keys. Only took me like an hour, like I thought. All right, so this is what we're working with here. This bung here is stripped out, so I'm gonna weld on another bung, probably somewhere around here, and then I gotta figure out how to plug up that bung so it's not a giant exhaust leak. So this is for the post-cat O2 sensor. I have a new one for the pre-cat. That's the one that determines fuel mixture, but it is throwing a code for this one, so I'm gonna replace it. And now I gotta go get the sensor, and we'll get on putting a bung in here. Back to AutoZone. So I went to do the upstream and the downstream O2s, but unfortunately the O2 they gave me for the downstream was not correct. So I just went back and I exchanged the downstream they gave me for this one. It's the correct one. The plug didn't match on the old one, but this one does. So I'm gonna go ahead and figure out what I'm gonna do with the other bung, and then try and get the new bung welded on with the new O2 sensor installed. So, well, I'm gonna weld the bung on first and then install the sensor. All right, bear with me here, but I think my plan is that bolt there, it fits like perfectly in the bung. So I'm gonna use that to block up that one. I just figure it's easier than cutting the pipe. And then the plan will be, once that's welded up, I'll just cut the threaded part off the bolt, and then we'll be good to go. Well, that looks terrible, but I don't think it's gonna break. So I'm gonna prep up this area and drill a hole in it and get it ready for this. I'm gonna weld it on right there. It should work. All right, that'll work. So you'll notice I used PB Blaster to drill this hole. I'm just spraying some brake clean on it to knock off any PB that might get in the weld. But we should be good to start tacking it up now. Alright, so you'll notice I have the old O2 sensor on the bung. I'm actually doing that so I don't get any slag from the weld in like the bung. So yeah, I'm just gonna tack this up, and then I'll just weld it up, I think. All right, I think that's gonna work. Not the prettiest, but that should hold. I was having trouble with the mask, like the auto dimming kept turning off, so I would have to like hide the arc behind the torch, which was definitely less than ideal. But I'm gonna go ahead, let this cool off, and then slam the new O2 sensor in. Got the new sensor installed. I cut that bolt. I'm thinking this is looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and hook the battery back up and start it up. All right, so before I start this thing, a buddy of mine, my buddy Dan actually, that's Dan's car. My buddy Dan had mentioned that he thought he noticed a broken ground in the engine bay, And upon further inspection, I found what he was talking about. I'm not too familiar with these, but honestly, that looks like it literally grounds like the valve cover to the engine, which I don't really know how that would work or why that would be there, but I'm gonna take it apart and inspect, because if I can take that apart, replace it, and fix the truck, that would be really cool, because currently the truck is very broken and my dad relies on that truck pretty often. So it looks like it does ground the valve cover to the engine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and replicate this and see what it does, I guess. So this is the contraption I came up with, but I just realized something. I can't tighten this down. Unless I spin the whole thing, but there's just no room for that. So I'm gonna just get this in and figure it out. And that was kind of a pain, but that's what I came up with. It's pretty tight, it's grounded, there are 2 cables. We will see what happens. I'm gonna put the rest of this together and go from there. Seems to be holding a steady idle, so I'm gonna drive it and see what happens. Think she's fixed, boys. She feels really good. Throttle response is good. It's not smoking like a freight train. Nice. So I realize now I never actually explained what was wrong with the truck. I'm gonna go ahead and put a clip in right now. Holy shit! But essentially, it wouldn't idle. It was getting horrible MPG, like, I don't know, like 5 miles per gallon, something like that, whatever. It was just really bad. It was running super rich, as you see by the smoke that was in the video. It's just not good, but it seems to be pretty mint now, so we're gonna roll with it, and I'm gonna drive the truck tomorrow and see how it goes. And I guess you guys will know in the next video if something went wrong, but I'm confident it'll be fine. Having said all that, I am totally beat. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, maybe consider dropping a like, maybe subscribe. Both would really help me out and be much appreciated. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.